it's Anne, and I'm here to do the Scraps Rolodex Card a Week, number 23. And it's still all about vintage, and I've got all my scrap pieces of papers and things that I'm going to use on this card. And so I'm going to put together the background first, and then I'll be back in a few. So in this section here, I'm putting on a border that I had jelly printed onto some watercolor paper quite a while ago, and I had a piece left over from another project, so I'm using that kind of as a border. Not quite a border because I wanted that. I used a piece of pattern paper, you know, sewing pattern, and so I wanted to have that kind of show through a little bit. So that's what I'm doing. And in this section here, I have some vintage images from Dover Publications. They're a publication group that finds vintage images and sells them in little books and things. And so if you're interested in finding out, just search Dover Publications and it should come up. And I have quite a few of their clip art, vintage clip art. And so I had printed out a bunch of them a long time ago, and just over the weekend, staying indoors was probably one of the wisest things to do because it is hot, 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 hot here. So I spent some time under a nice fan and the AC going and some iced tea, and went ahead and colored in some images. And this is one of the images I colored in using some Faber-Castell Pitt pens, and then I fussy cut her out, and she goes, these images will go great for this month's vintage themes, so look out for some more of those vintage images. And please excuse my dog Maya. You can hear in the background, she thinks that when I turn on the mic or the camera or whatever, she thinks it is time to play. So enjoy the rest of me putting together this Scrap Rolodex Card a Week, and enjoy. And I do have to apologize that I don't sound so happy and chipper today. Unfortunately, I have a splitting headache and I had a rough night with high pain levels. So I'm running on very little sleep, and also I didn't film this ahead of time. Normally I do film these things ahead of time, but over the weekend my son had a barbecue in Santa Cruz for his kind of graduation, as well as some of his roommates' graduations. So yeah, so that's what I did, and I guess I did too much, and my body finally told me, no, you're not gonna do that. So yeah, so yesterday I spent most of the day on my sofa, and today I'm trying to get this done for you guys. And thanks again for all your support and for watching. And here I'm just finishing up the card with some flowers, some really pretty ribbon flowers that Gina Aaron sent me in some Happy Mail. Thank you so much, Gina. I'll post a link at the bottom to her YouTube channel if you're interested in watching her channel. If you don't know who she is, I'm sure you know who she is. So yeah, and I went ahead and am gluing those on. I'm using some Lean's tacky glue, but it's the fast drying kind, and I'm really not liking it too much. I had gone to Hobby Lobby on Friday and picked up a few little bits and bobs of things I needed that I was out of, and I was going to get the Lean's tacky glue, the one that's clear that I normally get, and I saw this stuff and I thought, maybe I'll try that instead, and I got it, and I'm not really thrilled with it, so I'm gonna probably go back to the clear. So yeah, so anyways, I am on my computer, that's why I walked away, And sometimes I leave my camera rolling, so I'm kind of showing you what goes on behind the scenes, kind of. I just keep my camera rolling sometimes while I'm gathering supplies or I'm creating a saying on my computer. And this time I got my Dymo label maker that it's a model that you can connect to your computer, and you download their software and you can use all kinds of different fonts and it'll print out on your Dymo, which I think is so cool. So that's what I have been using quite a bit on my cards for sayings. So that is what I'm doing at this moment. So I'm going to then edit through some of this so that I don't bore you to tears, and you can see what the saying I chose. All right, so I've finished outlining my saying, which vintage is grand, and I hope that you enjoyed my scrap Rolodex card a week, and that you'll like, subscribe, comment, share, all that jazz, and I shall see you next time. Toodles, bye!